Dale Pollock joins us now live. Dale, good morning.
Good morning, Audrey. Good morning, Brian. Great to be with you.
You too. Always nice to have you. So first, tell us about Atlas. This is on Netflix, starring J-Lo.
That's right. And J-Lo's been a busy person on this film. She's a producer in addition to starring in it, and it's a good vehicle for her. You know, this is a trend lately, these dystopian movies where the future does not look too great, and this one takes on the subject of AI, and it doesn't come off well. The AI robot is murderous and homicidal and genocidal, and the only person who can stand up to this AI is J-Lo. And as the movie says, the future of humanity is in her hands. I mean, how can you live up to that? You simply can't. And, you know, there are some great scenes. There's a great scene where she's inside a giant robot fighting another giant robot. That was a lot of fun. And the movie is very much of the moment in terms of the concerns about the internet and about what's happening with AI. But ultimately, it's a J-Lo vehicle. And if you like her, you're going to like this. And if you don't like her, you're going to be bored by Atlas.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a real clear demarcation line here between the J-Lo fans and the non-J-Lo fans. Her personal life may be in some turmoil right now, but she's a very steady presence in cinema. She's been in so many films. Audiences know her, they trust her. This is a good story. It's not a great story. I'm giving it 3 popcorns. There are probably better things to do with your time, but if you're at home and you're up for a movie, check this one out on Netflix.
Okay. I'm not sure I saw the 3 popcorns coming. I guess I don't really have any preconceived opinion, Dale, of J-Lo at all. I just,
Same.
I have trouble kind of wrapping my head around a kind of a film or a storyline that has her saving the only human being to save the world using AI. It just, I just, or an action hero or something like that. I don't know.
I think most people watch these movies to see her and don't really pay as much attention to the story. You know, I mean, she has a fan base, which is what stars accumulate.
That's why they put her on really anything. She does an array of things in films.
It sells, and she does well with those things too. All right, let's move on to our second feature, The Great Lillian Hall. This is on Max. What did you think, Dale?
Well, this just features an amazing, stupendous performance from Jessica Lange. She plays an aging, as she is, a Broadway actress who is doing a revival of Anton Chekhov's The Cherry Orchard. And for the first time in her career, she can't remember her lines. And this triggers a real crisis in her entire life. And luckily, this film has not only Jessica Lange at the center, it also has Kathy Bates, a really terrific actress who plays her dresser and her companion, and who realizes what this woman is now facing in a way that Jessica Lange herself keeps denying. So there have been a number of Alzheimer's or dementia-related films, and usually they contain great performances from actresses. There was one called Away from Her that starred Julie Christie, and Jessica Lange dominates this film. It's a pleasure to watch her work. She's such an intelligent, probing actress, and she makes this film really special. It's the direction and the screenplay are by Michael Christopher, who is a very successful playwright and director on his own front. He's the right guy for this material. And this is really one of the best performances I've seen this year, which is why I'm giving this 4 popcorns. Jessica Lange and Kathy Bates together are an unbeatable combination. And this film takes really good use of their talents and gives an effective and moving story.
Wow.
Great star power in this one too. I saw Pierce Brosnan was in this film as well.
Yes, in a very small role. In a small role, but a delightful little one.
Oh, well, we love to see 4 popcorns.
I know, it's on my list now. Thank you, Dale.
Yes, definitely. And our last one this morning, Dale, I just watched this last weekend, Hitman on Netflix. What did you think?
Well, I'm interested in what you thought, Audrey. I was unimpressed. I think Glenn Powell, who of course was the opposite of Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, that's probably his biggest role that people know him from. He's a likable, to me, slightly boring actor. I just don't spark to him as a leading man. And so this film is really based around him. It's got a very good role for Adria Arjona, an actress I was unfamiliar with before this film, and she does a very good job. And look, this is entertaining to a degree. Glenn Powell plays a college professor. The plot is so confusing. You're not watching this for the plot, you're watching this for the romance. And on that level, it doesn't completely disappoint, which is why I'm giving it 3 popcorns. But I'm not sure Glenn Powell is a real movie star at this point in his career. He just doesn't have, let's say, the chemistry that Tom Cruise has with audiences. Not everybody's going to have that, of course. But I found him likable, but kind of blah at the end. And, maybe women feel differently. They might find him far more attractive than I do. But I'm just not sure he's the person you can hang a vehicle on. So this is enjoyable. It's just not great.
I totally agree with your 3 popcorns. I thought it was moving a little slow in the beginning. I thought, what did we get ourselves into? And then you're right, the romance. I started getting hooked, and that beautiful actress did a great job. And Matt, my husband, at the end, I said, well, what'd you think? He said, it was a movie. That was it. It was a movie. Okay.
I was entertained. Mission accomplished, I guess, too. All right. Well, we'll leave it on that note, Dale. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for always. Here's that list again. Atlas on Netflix. That was a 3 popcorn affair. The Great Lillian Hall on Max. Dale gave it his 4 popcorn, his highest rating, and a 3 popcorn rating for Hitman on Netflix. If you need more TV and movie recommendations from Dale Pollak, you can do that in 2 different ways. Check out the WXII YouTube playlist, Movies in Review, or head to DaleMPollak.com.
Also, this weekend, it is opening weekend for the sequel to the popular animated movie Inside Out. Box office trackers say this could be the most successful movie of the year, debuting with $90 million in ticket sales. Dale Pollak plans to bring his thoughts on Inside Out 2 next Friday right here on the Local Vibe after watching it with his granddaughter.